Can you hear me?
Yes.
Game is good?
Yes.
Alright, let's do this shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, God! Ugh.
Yes.
Yes! Okay, let's start the recording.
I'm so confused.
Let's start recording in 3, 2. Hey, Casual Citizens, welcome back to Casual Respawn. I got a little further than I did last time, and I'm at...
Wow, that's your full name?
That's my full name. I got a little further than I did last time, and I'm at...
And that's just your first name.
That's just my
Can
first
you imagine
name.
what your last name is?
Oh, God, well,
crazy.
You forget about the middle name. That's a whole other part.
I don't even want to know about that,
Yeah,
man.
no, you don't.
Oh yeah, and I'm Dan, I guess.
Yeah, he's
It's
Dane.
kind of important. Whatever. Oh gosh. So I watched the 4th Indiana Jones the other day, and I saw that in theaters.
Yeah.
Going back to it, it was entertaining, you know, because we had just watched the other 3.
Oh, nice.
And you know what? It wasn't because the 1st and the 3rd are my favorite all-time movies.
Yeah.
Like, I love those movies. So watching the 4th one, I just kind of put aside like all the hate it gets. I was just like, you know what? Is it entertaining? Yes. Is it Indiana Jones? Yes. That's it.
It's
Like,
really...
yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's not that bad. Like,
It's not.
It gets a lot of crap. I think undeservedly. There's parts in it that are over the top ridiculous, but like if you look at Raiders of the Lost Ark and that whole scene with the face melting and everything, you don't think that's a little over the top? Like, come on. It's one of the best parts, don't get me wrong, but like just come on. Everybody, calm your tits. That's my opinion on that. Dan? I do believe I lost Dan. So, his laptop may have just crashed. So, we're just gonna
I can hear you.
There he is! Hey, I'm just back!
Hello?
Hi!
I can hear you the whole time. I don't know what just happened.
You were not hearable. That should not have worked.
Good.
Okay.
I was gonna say that whole face melting thing is totally handmade.
I know, right? How cool is that?
That's what was so.
Oh boy. Well, I'm not picking up Dan at all. And Dan, if you can hear me, I cannot hear you.
I don't know what's happening, Matt.
I don't know what's happening either. And we're having some technical audio difficulties, so Dan's just been, we've just been recording him on my end now until we get this resolved. So, I think it's time to put this episode on hold.
Yay!
Hey, Dan.
Hey, we're back.
Okay, my Discord just completely like uninstalled somehow. I had to reinstall it and installed a bunch of updates, so I think it just crashed and forced us to do updates.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. You were saying about the handmade nature of some of the cool things from Raiders of the Lost Ark before we were rudely interrupted from technology.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, sure. I think the issue with the newest movie is the fact that it's just like aliens, and people were like, what the heck? The first 2 were like, you know, kind of close to the history behind the actual things, like the Ark and the Grail and the stones from India and whatever. But this one's just like they turned El Dorado into aliens.
Well,
Everything's aliens, and I was like, well, you know what? It's super good. I like it.
So, here's the thing. All right,
it's Indiana Jones. I don't want to complain. I love it.
Wait, where's the one? Oh no, where did I miss it? Dan, this is bad. This is real bad. It's gonna get really, really fast, really quick. All right, here we go. There it is.
Oh gosh,
Found it. No. Yes. Okay.
Yay!
So what I was gonna say was that the thing with Indiana Jones, and I'm looking at this from an outside perspective from my own religion, is it's all fiction, right? I mean, whether it's real or not in that universe, I'm not even gonna get into the debate of, but it's based on religion. There's Jewish lore, then you have the Indian lore, which I'm guessing is Hindu. I don't even know anymore.
I believe so because of the gods that they worship.
Yeah. So the third one's Christianity. That's the cup, and then the other one is alien. Like some religions or people worshipped aliens or what they perceived as aliens. Like so I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
It's not,
I didn't hate it.
Oh,
I did. I liked it a lot. And that's what matters.
That should not have not hurt me. Yeah, it's really fun. It is campy, but like so is all the other Indiana Jones movies. So like what's the problem?
People have an issue with Shia LaBeouf too.
Well,
I didn't have an issue with him in that movie. I thought he did okay. I think he played the character he was supposed to play.
Yes. And obviously they tried to set him up to be the next Indian. No.
Yeah.
No.
Which didn't happen.
Thankfully.
But apparently, they're still talking about an Indiana Jones 5.
Oh yeah, it's in the works, I think.
Yeah, and they're talking about 2021. But
That's
every
insane.
year it gets pushed back more and more and more. So who knows?
But
Who knows?
by the way, Dan.
Yes.
Fun fact. The reason that Sonic and Knuckles is a combined game as it is because this is the final level of Sonic 3. We already made it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's really quick.
So the Knuckles adds pretty much double the length.
Yeah, I think it more than doubles it. I could be incorrect. But it also adds a significant amount of replayability as a result.
Okay.
So, whatever. Oh,
Whatever.
I was going to tell you a story,
It's
Dan.
This is like DLC,
Yeah, it is like DLC.
you know?
Yeah, before DLC
Alright,
was
go ahead.
there.
Go ahead and tell me your story.
Oh my goodness. So I had a week.
Oh yeah?
I don't know if I've told you, or I think I have. Like I know I've complained about it on the show that the previous owners of this house decided to make it like a little wine cellar room space thing. And as a result, there was a room in our house in the basement that had no cement floor, and it was completely covered in mold because they decided that the only way to use a dehumidifier in that space was to put a little like bag in there with beads that got used up in like a day. So it was covered in black mold. It was disgusting. Like I had to repaint the walls. we put cement in the floor. Thank you to my father who put a lot of money into that.
Right.
Yeah. So we're like dealing with all that, and we're like, okay, this is great. I finally the other day, fire, took the walls down because it was like completely closed off from the rest of the basement, and it was unused space, and it was just no, Sonic, where are you going?
Wrong.
And it was just a problem. So now I got rid of that wall. We put the cement in the floor. Redid the walls. I took out everything, and it's great. There's so much more space for activities, like when I do my props and things. Well, Dan, I think
I feel like there's a twist coming on
there's
here.
a twist. All right. When we bought the house,
Twist.
yeah, because it was going up a twisty. I get you. Whoa, I should not be able to face through that. Thank you, Tails. The problem is that there is a pillar in the corner. Like, if you go in into people's basements, there's beams that support the rest of the house, from collapsing. Yeah, well, there's 3 in our house. There's one closest to the door. There's one in the middle of the basement that was very, very easily visible to every human. And then there was a third one that was in that corner where the 2 walls met.
Okay.
And when we got the house, they pointed out to us that, hey, there was termite damage. They paid to have an exterminator come. Here's the paperwork. Da-da-da-da-da. And it was all in that space. So it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
So clearly they looked at it and saw that everything was fine. They got rid of the termites because you could see it, like, it even chewed into the beam a little bit in that room. And, like, all the wood in there was, like, really nasty because termites were doing their business.
Of course.
Yeah, that pole, the third pole, holding up that portion of the house, Didn't do
Probably
shit.
like non-existent.
It was rotten.
Yeah.
It was completely rotten. The pole. No! The pole itself was bad. There's a little piece of wood that the pole sits on that helps support the rest of the wood. That was bad. No, I did a bad thing, Dan. I done did a bad thing. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. So yeah, that pillar did nothing. I had to call my dad and be like, so for the past however many years we lived here, since we've been in this house since 2017, so 3-4 years, that portion of the house has not had any support.
Wonderful.
At all. At all. Just completely not supported. So we literally could have the floor collapse on us at any given moment.
Nice.
And we were getting ready to like start planning to put in a 55-gallon fish tank. So like,
oh yeah, that would have been an issue.
Yeah,
Here's 600
Oh
pounds.
my gosh, I'm getting in there, Dan. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you have to put something there.
We're figuring out a permanent solution for now. We have 2 metal poles on either side of the beam because not only did they get into, not only did they get into the pole and the little support above the pole. Oh no, Dan. They also went into the beam itself, partially. Oh, I fricked up. No, god dang it, I'm so confused. Okay, son of a beeswax.
Nice.
I was distracted about this damn pole, Dan. The damn pole. It's like a cat. So yeah, I that was my adventure. We have 2 little mini support poles on either side now that technically could stay there for the rest of our lives and it wouldn't matter. As long as they don't rust, which they shouldn't. They shouldn't.
Unless you try to sell the house, then you gotta worry about that.
Eventually, our goal will be to look at it and find a permanent solution. Maybe we might take one of those poles and actually make it the permanent solution and bolt it into the floor and into the beam. But it'd almost be better to take that portion of the beam out and replace it. But you gotta do it on like half, and then you gotta support every piece of wood going across in the meantime, and that takes a lot of extra like beam holders, and it's just it's a problem.
It is a problem.
And now our water's making a funny noise when we turn it on, so I'm like, buying a fixer-upper has its fun.
It does. It does.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the issue with that. You just have to have a really good inspector when you get there, but things just break. You know?
Yeah.
Things
Well, the
happen.
problem is that the beam itself was hidden by the wood that they installed to go around it.
Right.
So it really wasn't good to begin with, and you had no way of knowing.
Hey, fancy. Well, you know what? This is a good place to end the episode, Matt.
No!
This is a long episode.
You're a long episode.
It's a very long episode.
Your face. All right, goodbye.
Bye.